Welcome to today's edition of Crypto Corner at InvestorIdeas.com. News on what's driving the cryptocurrency market. Hey everyone, this is Sam Mowers here, and welcome to episode 449 of the Crypto Corner podcast. For news today, Square has launched the Crypto Open Patent Alliance, Diginex is gearing up for a Nasdaq listing, the governor of the Banque de France is pushing a digital euro, and Tal has opened a new office in Switzerland. But just before we dive into today's show, a quick reminder that if you enjoy this podcast, please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And while you're at it, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on InvestorIdeas.com, such as the Cannabis Podcast or the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, both of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. Alright, so Square Inc., which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol SQ, according to a tweet from CEO Jack Dorsey, is starting a non-profit organization called the Crypto Open Patent Alliance, or COPA, which will maintain a shared patent library to help the crypto community defend against patent aggressors and trolls. An excerpt from the organization's website reads, quote, "We believe that cryptocurrency's success depends on the community coming together to build and develop upon existing technologies to innovate, which is not possible when parties tie up foundational technology in patents and litigation. While patents may at times be useful for defensive purposes, offensive and misguided use of patents threatens the growth and adoption of emerging technologies such as cryptocurrencies. There is concern that patent lockup of foundational cryptocurrency technologies by a select few will stifle innovation and deter mass adoption." End quote. Diginex, the Hong Kong-based blockchain services firm and parent of the Equos.io crypto exchange, could see a Nasdaq listing by September 23rd. According to a report from CoinDesk. Until that date, the company's CEO Richard Byworth explained the significance of communicating the company's merits to investors. Quote, "This is a really important inflection point for us. It's really important that we make sure investors understand the value proposition of Diginex and ways we've been designed to produce best outcomes for the industry." End quote. The governor of the Banque de France, Francois Villeroy de Galhau, gave a speech today in which he pushed the development of a digital euro, citing the increased reliance on digital payment solutions and the development of crypto assets and of so-called stable coins. An excerpt reads, quote, "We, the ECB, and the euro system may decide to issue a money in digital form. Let me be clear, we cannot allow ourselves to lag behind on CBDC. That may mean that we create, if necessary, a retail CBDC in order to ensure the accessibility of central bank money for the general public, in particular in countries where the use of cash in payments is declining. Or it may mean that we Europeans may decide to issue a wholesale CBDC with the aim of improving the functioning of financial markets and institutions. Within the euro system, the ECB has established a high-level task force to prepare a comprehensive analysis of the possible benefits and challenges related to retail CBDC to be discussed in coming weeks within our governing council." End quote. Blockchain infrastructure and service provider Tal Distributed Information Technologies Inc., which trades on the CSE under the ticker symbol TAAL, has announced the opening of its new office in Zug, Switzerland. Jerry Chan, the CEO of Tal, commented, quote, "The opening of our Zug office represents a strategic move to expand Tal's operations in Switzerland, a region that offers enormous potential for the growth and development of blockchain businesses. Our new hires will allow us to further strengthen our business capabilities in this region and execute on our strategic vision globally." End quote. That does it for today's Crypto Corner. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. And this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products, services, or securities. Investors are reminded all investment involves risk and possible loss of investment. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio.com, and Google Play Music.